Okay, so in my previous video, I showed the measurements of the length and width of a $5 bill, and I got to introduce number 8. So I have the answer to number 8. Let's see here. If you laid $48.5 million bills end to end, how many miles long would the trail be? So I did a little bit of calculation here, and this is 8A. So we took 17.2, which is the length of a $5 bill, and multiplied that by $48,500,000 dollars. Excuse me, and divided that by 100 because there are 100 centimeters in 1 meter, and I got 8,342,000 meters. Took that and divided it by 1,000 because there are 1,000 meters in a kilometer. There, I got 8,342 kilometers. Well, there's 1.609 kilometers in a mile. No, there's 1 mile and 1.609 kilometers, excuse me. So I set up a little equation and got that 5,184.59 miles would be the solution to number 8. And I recorded that on the sheet here. So, if you laid $48.5 million bills end to end, how many miles long will the trail be? I got 5,184.59 miles. Moving on to 8B. 8B says about how many times around the earth would the string of 48.5 million bills reach? The circumference of the earth, of course, being approximately 25,000 miles. For this answer, I got 0.21 times. So it didn't make it a full 1 time, but it did make it a little bit. How I got that was I took 5,184.59 miles, divided that by 25,000 miles, which is the circumference of the earth, and got 0.2074. I rounded that to 0.21 miles, or 0.21 times, excuse me, and I recorded that on the sheet here. Number 9 says, how many square miles would this trail of $48.5 million bills cover? Okay, so the answer I got was 37,847.48 square miles. The way I got that was by finding the area of one of the bills. By doing that, I multiplied the length times the width. Excuse me. 17.2 times 7.3 was what I found for the length and width, and I came up with 125.56 centimeters squared as the area of a $5 bill. I multiplied that by the number of bills that we were measuring and got the answer 6,089,660,000 centimeters squared. Divided that by 100 because there are 100 because there are 100 centimeters in a meter. And then I brought that down here, and I got 60,896,600. So I divided that by 1,000 because there are 1,000 meters in a kilometer. I got 60,896.6. I divided that by 1.609 and got 37,847.48 miles squared. Okay, and then we get to number 10. Number 10 says, let's say you have $48.5 million and you hire your unemployed buddy to count your $48.5 million bills. Let's say it takes him about 5 seconds to count 10 out loud. How long will it take this person to count those dollar bills, assuming it's all there, in years? I got 11.23 years. So